I'm Kathleen. I'm here to talk to you about the difficult employee. I know that's a pain, right? I've had my share in the past. I've had my share. I actually had an employee that literally influenced my whole team and took my authority away from me. I'm like, how did this happen? But I used that opportunity to examine the situation and I said, you know something? This is not going to beat me. So I formed a bridge and I got over it and I won. So I'm here to show you, actually not to show you, but to take you, walk with you, to go over that bridge so you can win this fight too, right? So listen, I need to tell you something. Today, my friend and I, Jason, had a very good conversation and he said to me, you know, Ketley, my wife and I had an argument this morning. It was a very passionate one. And in the midst of it, I'm like, what am I doing here? He said, babes, hey, wait. Do you know apart we are a force, but together we are a movement? I said, dang, Jason, that's good. Listen, that was good. So I said I'm going to share it with my team today, my people, you, my peeps. So what we hope to do at the end of this series is actually create a movement from the forces that you have right now, the divided forces. We're going to see what we can do to bridge that together so that it becomes a movement. Do you know, this is a fun fact, do you know that the greatest foes becomes the best allies or the best friends later on? For example, the Americans and the English. Oh, you know that was not a good relationship in the beginning. But look now, they are the strongest allies. They are their best allies. So what we are going to do, like I just said, we're going to see if we can take that separate force and bring it together and make a movement, right? So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a lean business operations consultant. You may be wondering, what is that? Let me tell you. I actually take distressed businesses and through processes and systems, I turn it around to become very profitable. And I maintain it with these systems and processes. So if you're having a little problem with your business, give me a call and I'll help you sort it out, right? In addition to that, I am a mother, I'm a mentor. I love to collect art. I love the arts, period. I just love the arts. I also love knowledge. I love especially old world knowledge, old world as far back as the Bible. I really love the old world information because it actually gives you history, good history. And if you don't know your history, you dare to repeat the mistakes again. So I'd rather read the old books, get the winning principles, and stay away from the ones that'll get you in trouble. So I love knowledge. So anyway, let us define the difficult employee. So this is where you get to participate, sorry. So I need you in the comments below. Give me 2 characteristics of a difficult employee. I give you 2 seconds. 1 second is gone. 2 seconds is done. Okay, thank you. So what do I see or what I think about, what characteristics I think about when I think about a difficult employee? For me, number 1 is bad attitude. I mean, like, how could you get through to a person that has a bad attitude? It's like they can't hear you, they can't see you, they don't understand, because it's always so contentious, they're always so combative, and those are the ones that robs you of your energy. I know. Like I told you in my story in the beginning, I had one of those, came there and just took my time from me. How embarrassing. But nevertheless, not embarrassing anymore because I won in the end, and let's do this now. So I'm going to give you 4 tips, right? But because I don't want the video to be so long, and I don't want to leave you behind, I'm from the Bahamas, so I have an accent. So I will try to move as slow as I possibly can. So first step. The first step I want to talk about is scheduling a meeting. Schedule a meeting with that employee And the bait is this. I want to talk to you about the next level up in your career. They love it. Everybody wants to go to the next level. Everybody wants a promotion. Everybody wants an increase in salary. So the crazy thing about it is the employees that are not so good are the ones that think that they are doing a stellar job. They don't see what they're doing wrong, so they always feel that the next promotion belongs to them, that they're entitled. So the minute you use that, you are going to get a good response, okay? So the first response is going to be, yes, I would like to meet with you because I know I'm overdue for the next level, so I would really like to sit down with you and have that conversation. So you said to them, okay, I will schedule you, for a particular day at a particular time. Bring all your ideas and everything that you want to talk about, and we can, flesh it out, and then we could make a determination what we're going to do next. Now, I know you're nervous, right? Especially if that's an employee who has a bad attitude. You have an affair that, suppose they say to you, I don't want to attend the meeting, or you're wondering whether or not they're going to have a bad attitude when they sit with you, or whether or not you're going to have enough patience to deal with it. I'm here to tell you, you will. You will. You will. You're not a leader because you cannot do this thing. You are a leader because you can do this thing. And sometimes you need a little guidance, a little navigation to get you there. And that's why I'm here. And I'm going to be with you every step of the way. You think I'm going to leave you? Of course I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to be here, right? So you schedule the meeting, and then you prepare for the meeting. Now, there are some things that you would want to talk about when that meetings come around. So you take that opportunity to prepare. You jot down all the negatives about this person that you would like to turn around. You write them down. Like, say, for instance, if that person is always late to meetings, you want to bring that up. Everything you need to talk about, you jot it down, and then you categorize it. Right? Because I could say you're always late to work and you're always late to meetings, right? So you don't want to compound the same thing when you're talking about a negative. So you would say that I noticed that you have a challenge being on time, okay? So that'll take care of every late situation. Yes, like I said, you don't want to compound. So if it's a situation with a bad attitude and you want to bring that up as well, don't be specific and say that, hey, while you were talking to Jim, while you're talking to Sally, while you're talking about, there was an issue. Okay, so you can say, well, I see, it seems as though there's a communication challenge. There is a body language that may be misinterpreted by your team members that is causing some disruption in the cohesiveness. You be the diplomat. You don't want it to come off as if you are poking directly at that person. Because you need that person to cooperate with you. So you jot down everything that really, between me and you, gets on your nerves. So everything that gets on your nerves, you jot that down, and then you categorize it, and then you wrap it in some kind of diplomacy. Right? So let me think of another one that you may have a challenge with. Let me see. The tardiness, the bad attitude. Oh, lack of productivity. Right? So you can say, well, that another challenge we have is that we don't get to meet deadlines because for whatever reason, the work does not get done in time. I don't know what the challenges are. You want to invite them to give you an explanation as to why these things are happening, right? So you want to not come on a combative. You don't want to incite defensiveness about them. So you want to just be as smooth as possible. You want them to agree with you that there is a challenge, right? And at that meeting, in the next video, I'll tell you how to handle it and how to ease these different negatives in subtly and get them to work with you. So first step, like I said, schedule a meeting, let them know that you want to talk about the next level in their career, and then you sit down, you write everything you can possibly think of that gets on your nerves, right? And you categorize it to avoid compounding negative. We don't compound negative, we compound positive attributes. We don't compound negative attributes. So get ready for that. Also, you do want to, I'm sure you may have an idea as to what is the next level, right? So you probably want to acquaint yourself with what is required to go to that next level. So when you're having that conversation, you're reconciling where you are and where you need to go, you would have that information. So make sure you have the information about the next level. Also, I need you to also have in your mind that you are going to win. And because you know you're going to win, you automatically generate confidence. When I said win, not so much that it's a competition, no, but you're going to win a friend. You're going to win an excellent team member. You're going to pull out the best out of this person. So you have to remember that you are not doing this to chastise them. You're just trying to get to understand who they are and what's going on with them so you can take the next step. And let me just end by telling you this one thing. We are not all born with a great attitude, okay? Those attitudes are developed over time, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And for the most part, I find that in my years, I've been in the workforce for about 30 years, and about 15 years or more of that was in management. And I paid attention. And I realized for the most part, the employees who are difficult, and I don't like the term difficult, I have an acronym. It's called TME. It's the misguided employee, the temporarily misguided employee, because it's only temporary, right? It's temporary. And usually it's because of something that's happening at home or something within themselves. And when you have the conversation, when we go to the other steps, you'll see how to identify what the problem is and how to tackle it so you can solve the problem. But everybody did not come here perfect, right? We have our shortcomings, we have our issues. I myself, at one point, I was going through something and I was snapping at my sister, who's not gonna have it, right? And she called me on the side one day and she said, listen, your character is changing. What is going on with you? You know? And I explained to her what was happening and she said, well, it's showing. So I need you to deal with that situation before it becomes a part of your character. So these situations kind of find their way in the character of these employees. And so we need to be a little bit sympathetic as leaders, help the world one employee at a time, right? So until next time, remember that you are a winner and you will cross that bridge. And one day, like me, you'll be able to help somebody else across. So until next time, see you later.